Other footage from the ISS has reinforced the idea that strange things are happening up in orbit. Check this picture out. It's from 2015, when a British astronaut saw three lights moving in formation near the ISS.
I always knew the space was not something to dream about. It's a terrifying place, and who knows what's hidden within that emptiness. When NASA spotted something unexplainable in the vastness of space, they feared the worst.
A lot of different objects on Mars that people see or think they see in various rover images. And it's really hard to dismiss them because they do look exactly like sculptures that human beings make. And even after a massive cataclysm, like what apparently took place on Mars, you're gonna find remnants from a lost civilization that's just leaving behind those last hints that we were here.
But what they found was far more bizarre. From a weird formation to a whole face just staring at Earth on Mars, these mind-bending discoveries challenge everything we thought we knew about the universe. Let's get right into it.
Essentially, Oumuamua was similar to a dark comet, that the acceleration was driven by the outgassing of volatile-like ice-like material, but it just had very little dust coma. And that's why we didn't see the dust coma for whatever
Okay,
reason.
so that would explain it.
Number 10. Oumuamua. On October 19th, 2017, something utterly mind-blowing happened. Astronomers discovered a strange object racing through our solar system, something that wasn't from around here at all. The first ever confirmed interstellar visitor from outside our solar system, and it brought with it a whole new level of mystery that has kept scientists scratching their heads ever since. On October 19th, 2017, astronomer Robert Weryk, using the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope at the Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii, first spotted Oumuamua. Its name comes from the Hawaiian language and means a messenger from afar arriving first. And let's just say, this cosmic visitor definitely lived up to its name. Oumuamua wasn't just passing through. It had been drifting through the Milky Way for hundreds of millions of years, unattached to any star. By the time it passed us, it was already on its way out, around 33 million kilometers from Earth. That's about 85 times the distance from Earth to the Moon. Think about that. A traveler from another star system, just passing through our corner of the universe. Now, this is where it gets seriously weird. Oumuamua didn't just look like something strange. It was in fact strange. An object that's up to 10 times longer than it is wide, possibly even 400 meters long. Some say it looked like a cigar, while others suggested it could have been more pancake-shaped. Whatever it was, no object in our solar system had ever looked like this. As it whizzed through space, it showed a reddish hue, likely caused by cosmic rays bombarding its surface over millions of years, turning it into a cosmic relic. This is where things got interesting. Oumuamua didn't rotate like a typical asteroid. It tumbled through space, spinning on its axis every 7.3 hours, rotating on multiple axes. Something triggered this movement, possibly a past collision or outgassing from within, making it unlike anything we've seen before. Things got even stranger when its brightness fluctuated by up to 10 times as it spun, revealing just how elongated it must be. When it entered the solar system, it was moving at a mind-boggling 196,000 miles per hour, fast enough to escape the sun's gravitational pull, confirming it came from outside our solar system. Despite passing incredibly close to the sun, Oumuamua didn't have the tail of a typical comet. No coma, no dust, nothing. That baffled astronomers, as comets usually release gas and dust when near the sun. Harvard scientists Avi Loeb and Shmuel Bialy even proposed it could be an alien probe, possibly a light sail sent by an advanced civilization. But before we could find more, It was darkened by cosmic rays over time. With only a few weeks of visibility, scientists had a limited window to study it before it faded from view. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime event. But that wasn't the only strange thing NASA discovered. Number 9. Bright spot on Ceres. In 2015, NASA's Dawn spacecraft made a stunning discovery on Ceres, a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt. Inside a crater, it revealed mysterious bright spots that have baffled scientists ever since. These spots, including the prominent Cerealia facula and Venalia faculae, aren't made of ice, as initially thought, but are rich in salt, mainly sodium carbonates and ammonium salts. Scientists believe these bright spots formed when salty brines from beneath Ceres' surface were pushed upward, possibly through cryovolcanic activity, and then sublimated into space, leaving behind reflective salt deposits. The salt is so bright that it's roughly 4 times more reflective than the rest of Ceres' surface, which is as dark as asphalt. These spots are only a few million years old, suggesting that Ceres is still geologically active, with potential cryovolcanic processes. This discovery has transformed Ceres from a seemingly lifeless world to one with hidden watery reservoirs and active geology, making it one of the most intriguing objects in the solar system. The bright spots continue to fascinate scientists and the public alike, fueling curiosity about what other secrets Ceres might be hiding beneath its surface. Number 8. Hoag's Object. In 1950, astronomer Arthur Hoag stumbled upon a truly bizarre galaxy that would defy explanation for years to come. This object, now known as Hoag's Object, is a rare cosmic oddity, a nearly perfect ring of stars surrounding a bright, dense core. Located about 600 million light-years away in the constellation Serpens Caput, this galaxy has left astronomers scratching their heads. It spans roughly 120,000 light-years, about the same size as our Milky Way. At its center sits a yellowish core made up of older, reddish stars. Surrounding it is a striking ring of younger, hot blue stars, separated from the core by a void. This ring measures up to 121,000 light-years across and is illuminated by massive stars that have formed in the last few billion years. What makes Hoag's Object so special is that it doesn't fit the typical galaxy formation story. Normally, ring galaxies form when a smaller galaxy passes through a larger one, creating a wave of star formation. With around 700 billion solar masses, Hoag's Object is a giant, but its nearly perfect symmetry and isolated ring make it one of the most visually striking galaxies known to science. Number 7. Haumea. Out beyond Neptune, there's a dwarf planet that's as bizarre as they come. Haumea, a fast-spinning world that defies everything we know about planetary shapes. Thanks to its incredibly rapid rotation, Haumea isn't your typical round dwarf planet. It's shaped more like a flattened American football, stretched out by its spin. Haumea is also one of the few small bodies in the solar system with its own ring system, a true rarity. Discovered in 2004, this oddball in the Kuiper belt spins on its axis every 4 hours, making it one of the fastest rotating objects in our solar system. What's even cooler is that Haumea has 2 known rings, a feature usually reserved for much larger planets. Scientists believe that these rings could have been formed by debris from Haumea's moons or from a violent collision in its distant past. Number 6. Uranus goes sideways. Uranus is unlike any other planet in our solar system. It spins sideways, with an axial tilt of about 97.7 degrees. This icy giant rotates almost parallel to its orbit around the Sun, making it look like it's rolling rather than spinning. Think of a planet on its side, causing one pole to face the Sun for about 42 years, followed by 42 years of complete darkness. Uranus spins relatively quickly, completing a full rotation every 17.24 hours. But its orbit around the Sun takes a mind-blowing 84 Earth years, so each pole endures decades-long seasons, prolonged summers and winters lasting over 4 decades, with extreme temperature contrasts. Despite this, Uranus remains one of the coldest planets, with temperatures dropping to a frigid -371 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, how did Uranus end up like this? The leading theory is that it suffered a massive, Earth-sized collision early in the solar system's history, knocking it onto its side. But recent research suggests it could have been a series of smaller impacts, gradually tilting the planet without disrupting its moon's orbits. Another fascinating theory suggests that gravitational interactions could have caused this tilt over time, without any collisions at all. Number 5. Io's volcanic chaos, Jupiter's moon. Io is a volcanic nightmare, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's the most volcanically active body in our entire solar system, with a surface constantly reshaped by eruptions. Discovered in 1979 by the Voyager 1 spacecraft, Io's volcanic chaos was revealed to the world when active plumes of lava were spotted shooting high into space. Io has around 400 active volcanoes, with some eruptions spewing lava fountains more than 30 miles high. But the real jaw-dropper is that some of these plumes reach an astonishing 190 miles into space. The surface of Io is a psychedelic landscape painted in vibrant colors like yellow, red, black, white, and green, thanks to the sulfur and sulfur compounds that coat its surface. So what's driving this madness? It's tidal heating. Io's elliptical orbit around Jupiter causes the moon to get squeezed and stretched by the giant planet's gravity, creating friction inside Io's interior. This friction melts rock into magma, which fuels Io's relentless eruptions. The constant pull from neighboring moons Europa and Ganymede also helps sustain this process. Io may be small, just a bit larger than Earth's moon, but its internal heat flow is 20 times greater than Earth's, making it the ultimate volcanic powerhouse in our solar system. Number 4. Planet 9. There's a giant planet hiding at the far reaches of our solar system. A planet so elusive that we've never directly seen it, but the evidence for its existence is growing stronger every year. This mysterious world is known as Planet 9, and it could be the next major discovery in our solar system. Planet 9 is thought to be a super-Earth, weighing 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth. If it exists, it would be the 5th largest planet in our solar system, located far beyond Neptune. Astronomers believe it orbits the Sun at a staggering distance, about 400 to 800 astronomical units, or roughly 20 times farther than Neptune. Its orbit is unlike anything we've seen in our solar system, highly elongated and tilted, taking between 10,000 and 20,000 Earth years to complete one full orbit. The idea of Planet 9 was first proposed in 2015 by astronomers Konstantin Batygin and Michael Brown. If we finally discover it, it would be the first new major planet in our solar system since Neptune was discovered in 1846. It would completely change our understanding of the solar system, revealing a hidden world that influences the orbits of distant objects and potentially reshaping our view of solar system formation. Number 3. WASP-107b. A planet so fluffy, it's practically a marshmallow in space. WASP-107b, an exoplanet so low in density that its interior has been compared to a toasted marshmallow. This bizarre planet is defying everything we thought we knew about how planets form. WASP-107b is located about 200 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Virgo. Despite being roughly the size of Jupiter, its density is so low that it's mostly gas, making it incredibly light for its size. In fact, it's one of the least dense planets ever discovered. Its density is so low that it's more like a giant puffy balloon than a solid planet. What makes WASP-107b even more fascinating is how it challenges our current understanding of planetary formation. With its marshmallow-like interior and mysterious formation, WASP-107b is an exoplanet that continues to puzzle and excite scientists, raising new questions about how planets in distant solar systems can form and evolve. Number 2. TOI 849b, a planet so hot, so close to its star, that it's basically a giant rocky core with no atmosphere floating in the void. TOI 849b is one of the most unique and extreme exoplanets ever discovered. Discovered in 2020 by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, TOI 849b orbits a star similar to our Sun, located about 730 light-years away in the constellation Fornax. Instead, TOI 849b is essentially the exposed core of a gas giant, a Chthonian planet, likely stripped of its atmosphere by intense stellar radiation, or perhaps never having formed one in the first place. At a scorching 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit, TOI 849b has extreme conditions, making it one of the most hostile places known. But its extreme nature gives scientists a unique opportunity to study the inner workings of a giant planet directly, something we can't do with planets in our own solar system. TOI 849b is a rare chance to learn about planetary formation, atmospheric loss, and the mysteries of gas giants that are too close to their stars to retain their gaseous envelopes. Number 1. Face on Mars. In 1976, NASA's Viking 1 orbiter captured a photo of Mars that would go on to spark one of the greatest mysteries of space, the face on Mars. Located in the Cydonia region, this rock formation looked eerily like a human face, complete with eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It was about 3 kilometers wide, and NASA even described it as a huge rock formation, resembling a human head. The image sent shockwaves through the public, fueling theories about ancient Martian civilizations and alien visitors. So, what exactly is Cydonia? It's a region on Mars that sits between the cratered southern highlands and the smoother northern plains. Some scientists believe this area may have once been near a vast ancient ocean, when Mars had a thicker atmosphere and liquid water. Today, the terrain is dotted with mesas, flat-topped hills carved by billions of years of erosion, wind, and water. The face itself, well, it's a classic case of pareidolia, our brain's tendency to see faces in random patterns. Despite the face being just an optical illusion, it became a cultural phenomenon, fueling speculation about life on Mars. Some enthusiasts pointed to nearby pyramid-like formations as evidence of intelligent design. Even a few former NASA researchers entertained the idea of past civilizations on Mars, though mainstream science dismisses these theories. Today, scientists agree that it is nothing more than a natural rock formation shaped by erosion, shadows, and human pattern recognition. Still, the Cydonia region remains scientifically valuable, offering insights into Mars's geological history and its once wet climate. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.